Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to edit photos in your stock gallery on iPhone 17. To edit photos in the stock gallery, go to the Photos app, then find the photo that you'd like to edit. I'm gonna maybe find this one. I think it's a really great one, and there's a lot of things that we can do here to edit it. So let's begin with it. Click on this adjustment button, and now you're in editing mode. Now, the first thing that we have is styles, and you can swipe between different styles to make your image look different than it is. And also, not only can you change them like that, but you can also click on it, on the square, to slide across it. Sliding up or down will change the tone, and sliding right or left will change the color. So yeah, you can simply do it like that. I think that here, around this place is great. You can also change the intensity of the filter. I think I'm gonna put it somewhere in the middle. And now let's get to the next part. Of course, you can just skip the style step. You can go to live if it's a live photo, and you can turn off live or leave it enabled and actually change the keyframe of the photo. You can see I could change the keyframe, so the keyframe is gonna be the photo itself, and I'm gonna show you an example in a moment. You can also change the range of the live photo, so maybe let's cut it here. And now when I click on done, I'm gonna explain what it does is, this is the keyframe, right? The one that I've set as a keyframe, and when I press and hold, it plays a video. So this is a live photo. Now let's go to adjust, or maybe before we do that, let's again go here, because going back to live photo, there is this live here at the top. You can click on it to, instead of live, set it to loop, so it'll just be a looped recording. You can also set it to bounce, so it'll be sort of like Instagram boomerang. It'll just bounce back and forth. Long exposure, so it'll be blurred out. It's especially great if you captured like people moving around, and you can also just disable live photo here. I'm gonna switch back to live, and now let's go to editing, and let's go to adjust. Now in adjust, you have lots of different possibilities. You can first of all do auto, so it'll automatically enhance the photo. You can change it, of course, change the scale of this auto enhancement. I'm gonna turn it off, and let's go to exposure. We can change the exposure manually to make the image brighter or darker. We can change the brilliance to make the brighter elements even brighter, or darker even darker. You can go to highlights and do highlights. Highlights are the dark the bright elements, and if you put highlights all the way up, the brightest elements on the photo will appear white, and if you put it all the way down, they will appear more vibrant. I'll set it somewhere here because I'm not really a fan of turning the sliders all the way to some way, because I just don't want to get too artificial with the photo. Now the shadows, if you turn the shadows down, the darker elements will get darker, and if you turn the shadows up, the darker elements will get brighter. I'll move it somewhere around here, and let's go to contrast. You can adjust the contrast on the photo. You can see it can be either flatter or more defined, more contrasty. Contrast is basically the difference between the darkest and the brightest element of the image. So now the difference is as big as it can be, and now it's as small as it can be. I think I actually like the contrast here to be somewhere around here. Let's go to brightness now. You can change basically the brightness. And now I'd like to make the brightness brighter. By the way, during the editing of the photo, if you'd like to compare it to the default version, to the previous version, you can just press and hold. No, sorry, it'll open live photo. Okay, that's weird because I was used to it showing you. Never mind. I'm gonna disable live and I'm gonna try again. Yeah, now when I... Okay, no, sorry, just tapping. Yeah, I was sorry. I just... When you tap, you see the original, and then it goes back to the changed version. So you can see, I think I've improved it quite a lot now. Now let's go to black point. Black point basically makes just black color darker or lighter. Then saturation, the image can be more or less saturated. I'd like to actually turn the saturation a little bit down, but vibrance, I'd like to turn it a little bit down. So it looks like this. Let's compare it to the previous version, to the original version. Now warmth can be also changed. I'm not gonna change it, but you can see there's lots of different options. If you've changed something but want to just disable this, click on it and it goes back to default. Now tint, I'm not gonna change the tint here, but if your image appears too green, then you can turn it more to the purple side, and if it turns out to purple, you can turn it to the green side. I'm gonna go back to the default and let's go to sharpness. You can sharpen the image, but remember, sharpening the image sometimes, if you get too crazy with it, may look unnatural. So this is the default. I'm actually gonna turn it down a little bit. Yeah. And then let's go to definition. It'll also define the elements a bit more. Let's see the whole picture, how it looks more defined. Yeah, I like it defined. Let's go to noise reduction. If there's some noise on the photo, I actually don't have the noise because it's been taken with the iPhone, so it's a really good picture. But noise reduction just reduces the noise, as it says. And you can see here is going to be the difference. No noise reduction or some noise reduction. And then a vignette. I'm not going to add a vignette, but you can just add it. Some people say that a vignette is more to equalize. You know, if the image turns too dark or too bright in the corners, then it's to equalize, not to add an effect. But some people also like adding an effect like this. I'm not really a fan of these effects, so I'm just gonna disable the vignette. And let's go to crop. If you want, you can crop your image, and you can do it like that by holding on the corner or on the edge. I'm actually gonna revert it back to the default. But you can also rotate your image a certain way. You can not only rotate it, but you can also reset the cropping. You can also change the perspective. If it's been taken from a wrong perspective, you can simply change it. This is the vertical perspective and the horizontal perspective. So yeah, sometimes it'll be very useful. I'm gonna disable them. You can also, when you crop the photo, you don't really need to crop it as a freeform. You can click here and change it to square, change it to wallpaper, and a wallpaper can be, you can see now you can change it to the wallpaper. You can do 6 by 19 or click on this one to do 16 by 9. You can do 5 by 4 or 4 by 5, 5 by 7 or 7 by 5, and so on. So there are different options. And you can do original, so changing the size will always result in still staying in the original aspect ratio of the photo. I'm gonna reset it. And also you can rotate it by 90 degrees or flip it to the other side. Now the last thing is cleanup, and this is actually a feature on your iPhone that utilizes Apple Intelligence and lets you cut out some elements of the image that you'd like to get rid of by just marking them, and it'll use AI in order to predict what should be in the background. It doesn't work perfectly, but in some scenarios it's good enough, and shortly we'll see how it works. It just needs to download because it's not by default downloaded. So I'm gonna wait a moment and I'm gonna return to you. Okay, and now it's there, so let's try erasing those 3 elements. We can just do the brush. We can also just circle around instead of brushing the whole thing, but I'm gonna brush the whole thing so you know it knows better what I mean by getting rid of those elements. Let's see if it discovers it. I think it's great. Let's try doing it. Okay, yeah, and it has gotten rid of these elements. When I reset it, I can see how it looks in the original. I can go back to undo reset so I can compare it. I think I'm gonna leave it with those actually, because I think I like it that way. But yeah, if you want to erase some people, some elements that are distracting, then you can do it. Also, there is one more thing here, which is available in all the modes besides crop, which is markup, and you can just draw on the picture by adding some like highlighter. There's lots of different tools here. You can brush on the picture like that, but remember this disables live photo. But what's great is in iOS 26 you can actually do an HDR boost. So if you go here, you can change the color, right? And if I set the HDR boost to some level, let's say 100, then this is now brighter than the brightest your screen can get to. HDR makes it brighter than the brightest available level. I know it's not well visible on the camera, but in person it's really visible that these places are brighter. Brighter in terms of not being more white, but being just having more light power. Yeah, so you can change the colors here, you can change the HDR boost, the opacity, the everything that you'd like. You can also click on the tool once it's selected to change its opacity or change the brush size. And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna click on X because I actually like how I edited it and I don't want to lose it. I'm gonna once again compare it to the original. Yeah, so this is the original and this is the edited version. I'm gonna stay with the edited version. I can click on done, and now you can see it's saved. Now also, if you'd like, after some edits, let's say I just draw on it. approve it. And I don't want to save it as the same picture. I want to save it as a copy. I can click on save as duplicate. And now I have 2 of those photos, right? No? Okay, there's something wrong. Because both were saved. So I'm gonna click here. And I'm just gonna... No, I don't want to read that. I want to just get rid of that. Okay, I think I messed up because it's not like it should be. Or maybe this is the original, this is the copy. In that case, no, it's actually not. So, yeah, when I enabled live, it's now working. Okay, never mind. I hope that the video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.